Oh, Ho's back. Oh, Mr. Ho, man, Mr. Ho. He's back with us to share the truth. What's the truth, Mr. Ho?
The truth is what you believe.
What we believe?
Isn't that right?
Yep, that's just.
You say the sky is blue and you believe that, and I guess that's the truth for you.
It is the truth. It's blue.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That was just an example.
Yeah.
You know? So.
What about somebody trying to make you believe in Jesus?
But is it really blue? Make you believe in Jesus?
Through the books of the Bible and through preaching and books of the Bible. Just
Preaching to who? Me?
Preaching to. I mean, I know you say like
in general.
Just preaching like in general, like just preaching to the Christians. People who believe in Jesus. What do you think about Jesus?
What do I think about Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to think about Jesus. Why you ask me a question like that?
Yeah, I was trying to get your view. That's all. I just want your view.
Here's the thing. If you want to listen to what somebody has to say about it, your choice. You listen to it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
At some point, you may come around and say, "Well, that's maybe the way to go," and then you may just stay where you're at. See, that's what I do. Stay where I'm at. I'm not a religious person. I'm what they consider to be a
atheist.
I believe in science. But I doesn't mean at some point I may not change my mind about that by listening to people talk about the Bible or by watching religious shows on TV. It may happen, it may not. I can't say I won't. It's my choice to stay where I'm at or move on from there. But right now I'm staying where I'm at.
I was just wondering, since you said that, you said maybe like by just looking on TV. So actually you looking for the truth. The truth is important.
Well, everybody wants the truth.
I'm just saying like where you come from, where you going when you die, like your eternal life, and what were you made from, and where are you going after you leave this earth? Like, is it got to be some kind of explanation for all this?
I'm sure there is somewhere. Where it is, I don't know, but we'll keep searching until we find it. And then the truth will reveal itself at some point. Whether it's after we die, and we're like, oh, well, yeah, there is a heaven. But I ain't going there because I didn't believe.
Yeah, you're right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, so you know.
Or,
so you know.
Or, yeah, or there's not a heaven. So I guess I'm okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't predict what's going to happen after, I say goodbye to this world.
That's why I like talking to you, get your honest opinion on it.
Well, I'm giving you my honest opinion, exactly.
Yeah. So, so what will it hurt to believe in Jesus and believe in, it's a guy?
What will it hurt?
Yeah, what will it hurt? Because if it is, then, well, you're going to heaven. But if it's not, yeah, you're going to hell anyway. Or heaven, whatever. It don't matter, right? Because there's nothing out there saying that we can't believe in God or Jesus.
Right.
So what would it hurt to just believe in him?
It really doesn't, but like I said,
Your truth is that he didn't make this world in 7 days. It's the great, what you call that?
Proclaim. I said it's proclaim.
No.
I just don't. Because he's supposed to be the creator. So who created the creator? And who created the creator who created the creator?
Oh.
Deep, ain't it?
Yeah. That's a question, right?
It has to start somewhere.
So if that question was answered, that'll make you more susceptible to believe it.
To accept it.
To accept it, I mean. But
because the creator has to be created. You can't throw a piece of paper on the floor and it becomes something. You have to make it something. And then, you see where I'm going with this?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, exactly.
And somebody had to create the creator who created the creator who created the creator, and it just keeps going back. But, if it goes back that far, I don't know how far it goes. It's hard to explain sometimes, but I like to know who created the creator.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that one day. I just didn't get it. I just wanted to get it But okay, say that I say that the sky created the creator, and the sky was just there. It was developed by gases. Gases accumulated. First, the earth was barren, and the clouds and just the darkness created a God through another dimension.
Through another dimension, gases and
darkness
created a creator. Interesting concept.
It's a lie, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, you know, because what I believe is that he didn't nobody create him. He just was there. He was just there.
But how is that possible?
It was a different dimension. I guess you just gotta believe. You just gotta have faith in that. That's just
you gotta have faith in that. In fact, you know, what's the definition of faith?
Belief in things, not seeing.
Even if you don't see it, right?
Believing things unknown.
So to me, I mean, you know, I'm one of those people that
where did you go to down at the CRC? What?
Put them tires up.
I have to see to believe. Because you can tell me, hey, I can make this boat rise up from the floor to the table, but if you don't do it, and I don't see it, then I don't believe that you can do it. You have to show me that you can do it.
And that's a good point. That's a good point right there. That's a good point. So, but why do you believe that the chair gonna hold you up?
That who's gonna hold me up?
This chair is gonna hold you up. Why do you believe when you put your mail in the mailbox that it's gonna reach to who it's supposed to go to? And how do you?
Because there's things in place for that to happen. I can see the chair structure.
Do you think, you know?
Now I can sit on that chair and it'll fall apart on me, but at that moment I'm believing it's gonna hold me up because I can see that it's still this chair is still one whole piece.
You see it.
Now, once I sit down, if the seat fell from under it, well, guess what? Fool me. But at least I saw that it was capable of.
You see it. Okay, so they give you sight. So you got sight of that. So if it don't hold up, it proves it's wrong. But when you see, you know that chair's supposed to hold you up.
Exactly.
So you're gonna sit down. What about the wind? You can't see the wind.
You can't see the wind, but you can feel it. You can hear it. See? But you know, everything that you want to see, if it really works, you have to try it out in the real world.
That's it. That's it.
You have to try it out in the real world. And I know when my boy was dying, people were asking God to spare him. I was basically trying it out in the real world because they believed that he died anyway. So was that a choice by him not to allow him to live, or was it just a natural thing that happens to people and there's nobody there to intervene whether you're going to live or die? Question that's hard to answer, not only explain anything on it, because it's pretty tough. I guess people who believe will say God chose to take him. And if he would have lived, then they would say God chose to let him live. Is that reality, or is it just fiction? Or is it non-fiction?
I guess it all determines on what, like you said earlier.
It all determines on what you believe in.
What's your truth? What's your truth? Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, like when he died, people could say, well, God chose to take him. Other people would say, well, it was his turn to go because he was needed somewhere else because he already completed his job here on earth at the age of 5. But what people tell me was, well, he made a lot of people happy, he put smiles on people's faces. Well, that's not completing the job. To me, it's not. Maybe in somebody else's eyes it is.
Yeah.
But to me, it's not.
Yeah.
His life hasn't even really begun. So he hasn't completed anything, really. He might achieve a little things, but didn't complete anything. But you know, that's how it is. And religion's a very tough issue. There's the non-believers like myself. There's the believers. And I respect what they believe in because I cannot tell them any different because I don't know any different. So I have to allow them to have their own little scenario, or believe, should I say, in something that has never been proven or never been seen in today by anyone today, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we go by is what people say in the past.
Yeah, Mark.
And the books have been written from the past.
Mm-hmm.
So people go by that, but you know, you just have to wait and see. Because these people that write these books, the world's supposed to end just a couple of days ago by some guy that said that
False prophets.
So,
yeah, they kind of discredit the, I would say the religion. I would say, I'm gonna say religion because they don't discredit a true Jesus, person who believes in Jesus. Because if a person believes in Jesus, he wouldn't say that the world gonna end like that, because God says we don't know when it's gonna happen. So people like that hurts the religion, hurt the true Christian.
Well, he hurt himself. He didn't hurt anyone else. This is what he thought was going to happen, and it didn't happen. So did he really hurt religion?
Yeah, because it's like you just said, you can point that out to use that as like a weapon against Christianity. You know, I'm just saying, it's like people do that. See, look at these Christians doing this and that, and they don't know it's false. You know, and it is false. That is false. That's a truth.
Understandable.
That's a truth. You know, so.
But they also say, oh, look at these non-believers. They're saying this, and that, and it's not true.
Nah.
See, so it can go.
You said it's not true about what you don't believe in.
Right.
So that just makes it what you believe. You know, that just makes it what, like you just told me. See, I believe because I want to.
Exactly.
Like I don't know who. You know, he said he created. I believe he created. I choose to believe that. You don't. Hey, I'm not sitting here judging. Hoving this, hoving that. He don't believe in this, and he going to hell. I'm not saying that.
You never have.
Because it's like you got yours, and that's what I choose to believe in. But
exactly. That's what I said earlier, though. You know, I respect those who believe. Mm-hmm. That's their choice. I cannot tell them either way. I don't know the facts on it. Mm-hmm. Nor was I there when all this stuff was written. Nor was I there when he supposedly walked the grounds on the earth.
Mm-hmm. Jesus did.
Don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. You don't believe the stories in the Bible? But what Matthew walked with him, John walked with him?
But could those stories be like stories? They got Mary had a little lamb. You know, but the Mary really had a little lamb. Could have been a pig.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of things that a lot of things that happen, and you tell one person, and that person tells another person, and that person tells another person. Now, by the time it gets down to the fifth person, it has slightly changed. Then it gets down to 15th person, it has changed again. By the time it gets down to 100 people, now it has changed to where it's not the very same words that were used from the beginning. Now they're using different words, same meaning, different words, and add or take out something. So, and that's been proven
Yeah.
It's been proven that is true.
Yeah.
If you get 100 people in a room and you tell them something, you tell them a sentence, by the time it gets down to the very last person, that sentence itself, the structure has changed.
Yeah. Old story sometimes change. Not even the original.
Not married, didn't
It's
have a
something made
lamb,
up.
it was a goat.
It wasn't even married no more. It's Tom ran down the hill and fell down, and the lamb kissed him.
But you see what I'm saying? So over the years, these books have been written and written and written and written and written. So what is the whole truth about them, and what's changed about them?
See, yeah, I gotta go back. I go back to from what on that perspective. I believe that God has a way of preserving His word. Just like when Noah built the ark, it says that God shut the door when it started raining hard and they couldn't reach the door. He said God shut the door. See, that's when faith come back in. And see, and I know what you're saying. And that's a question that a lot of people ask. And then what I do is I just say, hey, I gotta believe that God has a way of preserving His word through time. If you read the stories in the Bible, you wonder about how did he do this, but no man knows his ways. And I believe in it's somebody greater than me. It's a superior something up there that you know, that's what I believe in, and that's why some people say, well, you just do that, believe in that just to what they say, just to have faith and courage and to stay strong. You weak, you need something to make you strong. But I just believe in something better than this earth.
I don't see it like that because you believe that God is your higher power.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's people that believe that there are other things that are their higher power.
Mm-hmm.
They may be religion. Or so I say, let me rephrase that. They may believe in religion, but the higher power could be a freaking butterfly.
That's it. Yeah.
See, so it's what you believe your higher power is, and you respect that's your higher power, and that's where you go to ask for whatever you desires are, whatever you need, and ask for help. See, so. I have no problem with religion. I have no problem with anybody talking about it. I have no problem with people reading the books. You know, but what I have a problem with is that a lot of people don't respect my opinion, my belief. But if I tell you, Canada, okay, you're a religion, you believe in religion, I respect that, and you tell me, well, you don't believe in it, so why don't you just take a walk?
Yeah.
Then I mean, how much do you really believe?
Yeah.
Because now you're reacting negative. And from what I hear, you should just take that and embrace it and say, well, hey,
still love you.
I understand. But we're still, you know, we're still friends.
Yeah.
We shall not let this become a barrier between us.
Yeah. And then like you said earlier, maybe, I don't know, one day I might, and then by my actions, by what I do, you may be watching me, and then I can probably help encourage you later on by my actions, not by me trying to talk and persuade to you, but by my actions. You say, hey, man, his guy might be the guy, maybe, you know.
Sure.
So, but a lot of us holier than thou people, religious people, man, we do things like that though, and we try to persuade, hey, you need to come with me, like you need to come with me and let me show you the ropes. Then you go with him and see all type of dirt. Like, what, Christian do all this crap?
It's like I've never run across a religion that's more pushy than the
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witnesses. I have told those people, I'm not interested in your literature. I'm not interested in your belief. And they keep pushing. So finally you have to get right down and say, hey, can I believe what I believe and you believe what you believe and we can all get along and let's just move on?
We move on.
And I move away from them and close my door and they want to stick their foot in there and because they're pushy. You know?
Yeah, there's ways to do it.
You either tell somebody what you want to tell them and allow them to listen or not. If they don't want to listen, you have to respect the fact, okay, they're not into religion, so therefore let's just cut it off right here. Let's move on.
Move on.
There's always somebody else.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
That, how much do they really believe? Because I don't believe, I hear people, you know,